In the stillness of twilight, the tombs on the outskirts of Gadara stood silent, shrouded in eerie shadows. From within, anguished cries shattered the quiet. The demon-possessed man, his body scarred and his hair wild, wandered among the graves. His hands, once bound with chains, bore the marks of his struggles. The villagers had given up trying to subdue him, for his strength was unnatural, and his torment relentless. At night, his wails echoed across the hills, mingling with the howls of the wind. Animals skittered away at his approach, and the people of the village avoided the tombs entirely, warning their children to stay far from the place of darkness. As dawn broke, a small fishing boat approached the shores of the Sea of Galilee. Jesus and his disciples disembarked, the soft sand crunching under their feet. The tranquility of the morning was short-lived, for in the distance, a figure emerged, running toward them. The man from the tombs, his face contorted and his body tense, charged down the hill. His cries were guttural, filled with pain and desperation. The disciples, startled, stepped back, but Jesus stood firm, his gaze fixed on the man with unwavering calm. The man fell to his knees before Jesus, his face a mask of anguish. His voice, distorted and unearthly, spoke. "What do you want with us, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? Have you come to torture us before the appointed time?" Jesus, his voice steady and commanding, replied, "Come out of this man, you evil spirit." The man writhed on the ground, his body trembling as the demons within him resisted. "What is your name?" Jesus asked. The voices within him answered, "My name is Legion, for we are many." Nearby, a large herd of pigs grazed on the hillside, oblivious to the drama unfolding. The demons, desperate and afraid, begged, "Send us into the pigs. Allow us to enter them." With a simple nod, Jesus granted their request. A sudden, piercing shriek filled the air as the man's body convulsed one final time. A dark, oppressive force seemed to lift from him, invisible yet palpable. The herd of pigs, now possessed, squealed and stampeded. The animals ran toward the cliff's edge, their panic contagious. One by one, they plunged into the sea, the water churning violently as the herd was swallowed up. The villagers, drawn by the commotion, arrived just in time to witness the spectacle. Their eyes darted between the lifeless pigs floating in the water and the man who had been healed. The man, now clothed and calm, sat at Jesus' feet. His eyes, once wild and haunted, were clear. He touched his face, as if rediscovering himself, and tears of relief streamed down his cheeks. The villagers, however, were both amazed and fearful. They whispered among themselves, some marveling at Jesus' power while others urged him to leave, overwhelmed by what they had seen. As Jesus and his disciples prepared to return to the boat, the healed man approached. "Lord," he said, his voice steady for the first time in years, "let me come with you." Jesus placed a hand on his shoulder and smiled gently. "No," he said. "Return home and tell how much God has done for you." The man nodded, understanding the mission he had been given. He watched as Jesus stepped into the boat, the disciples following behind. As the boat sailed away, the man turned toward the village. He walked through the streets, speaking to anyone who would listen. "I was the one in the tombs," he told them. "I was lost, consumed by darkness. But Jesus, he set me free. He saved me." The villagers, who had once avoided him in fear, now listened with wide eyes. The transformation was undeniable. This man, once a symbol of torment and despair, had become a living testament to the power and mercy of Jesus. And so, the story of Jesus' authority over the spiritual realm spread throughout the Decapolis, drawing many to seek the one who could bring light to the darkest places and freedom to the most captive hearts.